Oh yay, so the review of the Dalek set is finally up.
Hello and welcome back to another Doctor Who action figure review.
Something looks a bit different about these Daleks. I don't quite know what it is.
A few moments later.
Sticks on these guys.
Yeah, so let's have a look at this comparison. Well, the eye discs are obviously different. It's a new sculpt, but... Wait, hang on. No. That's just my mind playing tricks on me, right? No. It's different. The dome. The dome's larger. The dome! It's different! The dome! It's different! I must complain on the internet right now. Dear character options, you suck monkey balls. You.
Many tic-tacs later.
Wait, hold on. No, wait, that's got to be a joke, surely.
So hello there. James has been keeping a secret from me. Both the Daleks have opening domes.
Oh my god, that's just made my life 1,000 times better. What? Well, looks like I will be buying that set after all. Hello YouTubers, random Doctor Who fans, it's me Ozzy, and today we're going to be looking at the history of a Dalek set number 8, the Planet of a Dalek set, so let's have a look at the packaging. How's that for quick? YouTube's meant to be quick, right? BBC logo followed by Doctor Who, TARDIS, limited edition sticker, history of Dalek set number 8, Planet of a Daleks 1973, then the top of the packaging we've got that horrible logo again, history of a Dalek set number 8, character online followed by some Gallifreyan text, Daleks from the classic Doctor Who adventure. On the left hand side of the packaging we have the TARDIS, and on the right we have the TARDIS again, followed by that ghastly stacked logo on top. Then moving on to the back we've got the title, which isn't stacked but it's still a horrible logo, Daleks from the classic Doctor Who adventure. Some nice pictures, well, some very strangely lit pictures of the Daleks in this set. Legal information, TARDIS on the left hand side. And if you want to read the bio then pause the video, but I've never known anybody who's ever done that. On the inside we have quite a nice mock-up of Spyridon with the Dalek Rolo-shaped ship with a Thal waving out of the window. Lartep, I think. Then we got the entrance to the Dalek base, some more detailing of swamp and mud textures, and that very famous volcano which has something to do with this set. So that's it for the packaging. Let's take a look at the figures inside. So yeah, as you can see, they are both exactly the same figure. Now, I'll address this later on at the end when I do my summary of the set, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing how we get two of the same figure. But anyway, let's just have a look at the detail, shall we? So the base is double tiered, with half of it being metallic grey and half of it being a glossy black. Is this accurate? I don't know. But I mean, there's one feature in this figure which makes it not accurate anyway, so the slightest inaccuracy. It doesn't really bother me at this point due to the extra feature, but we'll look at that in a bit. The grey, I'll get onto a comparison later with the day release, but it seems to be slightly lighter as the grey that they've used, and the gloss black does pop a lot more than the previous one. Moving on to the midsection, the casting of the shoulder slats and the mesh is actually pretty well done. So moving around to the front we have the oval. Now this is one of those things which they could have made two variants of. They could have done with an oval and one without, because I'm pretty damn sure that there will have been a Dalek in this episode without an oval. Don't quote me on that, but it seems very probable. So yeah, the ball joints have been casted in a dark green plastic. Now I got to question why this was done. Maybe the entire figure was casted in this dark green and then given a metallic grey paint job, because maybe that's the best way that it could stick to the plastic and give off the best colour, but it does pop out like a sore thumb, unfortunately. The sucker arm is just your standard sucker arm, there's nothing to say here. And the gun, this is actually quite interesting because everyone thought it was silver at first, but it is a very, very light metallic grey in comparison to the plunger, so that's kind of cool. Moving up to the next section in the head, you can see that the venting and the mesh has been painted in a matte black, whereas the struts and the neck rings have been painted in the metallic grey. So moving up to the head, yes, it's bigger, but we're going to get onto that in a minute. But you know what? Actually having it in hand, it doesn't look as bad as what it did on other people's reviews. Turning around to the side, you can see that there is actually quite an ugly seam line halfway through the head, which kind of did throw me off. So yes, we've got a new eye stalk. Now this is cool, but it's kind of funny because it's all disproportionate. The stem on the left hand side is thin, and then when we move to the rings it gets thicker, and then it gets a bit thinner again, but not to the same thinness of the stem, if that makes any sense. So there's 3 different thicknesses to the stem when it should just be one thickness. So this does look kind of funny. It makes it look a little bit novelty and not quite right. But it's cool how we have a variant now with 4 eye discs which are the same size, because I'm pretty sure there was one in the episode which had this. But to be honest, they should have released the other one with the standard arrangement, and one with 4 rings and one without the 4 rings. As you can see, the paint apps here are the neatest of any Dalek eye stalk, because in between the rings it's actually silver. Gotta commend them for that. And the front of the eye stalk, it is just essentially what you see on every other Dalek. And the headlights have been casted in a clear plastic but painted over with like speckled white to make it look a bit misty, which is a peculiar choice, but you know what, I'm down for it. So yeah, overall the detail of this figure is pretty decent. So as you all know by this point, the dome does lift up, and you can see the exposed mutant on the inside. Now yes, this is just a sticker, but if I'm being honest, I'm not personally that bothered by it. It's in a cheap budget set, and it's a really nice feature to have in a budget set. The actual design on the sticker is really cool. Like, you've got a Dalek with 2 eyes, because it's a mutant, and like 6 arms. It's such a creepy image, and who designed it, I want to know. And he's also operating his little screen. Now this looks quite cute, even though it's a genocidal killing machine, but it looks very cute. So yeah, taking a look while it's got his dome up, it looks kind of funny, but at this point you can obviously recreate scenes from Planet of the Daleks when Taran goes into the water and lifts up the lid and scoops out the Dalek mutant. So yeah, overall this feature really sells this product. If it wasn't for this feature, I wouldn't have bought this set, because you get 2 standard metallic grey drones, you get an enlarged dome, and I was kind of annoyed at the beginning, but when I found out the hidden feature, I was kind of over the moon with joy. But obviously there are some sacrifices. Once you turn it around you can see the hinge, but it's one of those things, this is kind of more of a diorama piece than an actual action figure. It's great as it still functions as an action figure. As you can see, the head still rotates. So comparing it to its day counterpart, like I said, the colouring seems to be slightly different. I don't know whether it's just because they've not applied a gloss to this, because the day release looks a lot darker, and this one looks more true to the colours in the actual programme, so I think they actually improved it for this release. But yeah, it's not until you put them side by side that you notice that the dome is exponentially larger. Yeah, turning to the side, you can see the difference in the eye stalk arrangement and the headlights, and you can see the hinge, and once you turn it around the back, it's Hinge City. But honestly, it's one of those things, it is not the end of the world, because it's more of a fun piece. So overall, what do I think of this set? Well, I do think it's a cool set. I'll get my positives out of the way first, then I'll say what could have been improved, but I do think it's a really neat feature. Like I said, I would not have bought this if it wasn't for the feature, because the enlarged dome annoyed me. But yeah, it's really great to have something like this, because Al really thought outside the box with this one, and he really should be proud of himself with this release. Now there is one thing that I would say, I think it would have been a better idea to release one with the opening dome and one without the opening dome, and the one without the opening dome should have been a more flat grey like the Genesis Dalek, because then you actually get 2 different variants and not 2 of the same thing. If you'd have done a standard drone, whether it be the Genesis Grey or not, because there was a Genesis Grey drone in the episode, or you release just a metallic grey drone, a metallic grey opening drone, you have more likelihood of people buying 2 of the set, because then you'll have 2 opening Daleks and 2 standard grey drones. It's these lapses in logic which I don't quite understand from character. Obviously this was a very novel idea, and it's a great set, don't get me wrong, I'm not bad-mouthing the set. I'm simply saying that I think the choice of action figures could have been slightly better, and the fact that this was kept a secret until its release, yeah, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, if a kid's in B&M and they see the Day of a Dalek set versus this set, they're going to pick the Day of a Dalek set because it's got a gold Dalek and a grey Dalek in it. It's got 2 different Daleks. They don't know about this mutant feature unless that the sad Doctor Who fans like us, so it's one of those things, it's kind of a bit of a loss in terms of your sales, I think. But I mean, I could be talking out my ass here, but if you'd put on the box a picture of a kid opening the Dalek and going wow, and you get to see a close-up of the actual thing, then I'm sure that would provoke more casual buyers to buy this set. But we are going to be getting a Planet of the Daleks set 2 with the Supreme, I'm absolutely sure of that, but I don't know what the second figure is going to be. It could be the Genesis Grey Dalek, or it could be the clear one. We'll just have to wait and see. It'd be nice if we had an all black one or an all yellow one. That'd be cool for the CSO Dalek, but that's very, very niche character. If you're listening, I think that's kind of a good selling point. But yeah, overall, I am definitely a fan of this set, and I do definitely recommend you pick it up. But good luck tracking them down, and I will see you guys in the next review, which I don't know what it will be, but stay subscribed, and hopefully it should be the 5 Doctors set. And we also have a review coming out of Doctor Who Flux as an entirety, and also a Christmas special, which is, I'm very proud of what we've done on the Christmas special. A lot of fun went into that, a lot of work went into it, so thoroughly recommend you check that out and subscribe. Comment whether you want to buy this set or what you think will be in the next set, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Wah!